What is up, everybody? It's your girl Ashley, and you are watching Real Talks with Ash, the talk show where we get real candid about real shit. Before we dive into this episode, I just want to mention that this episode is brought to you by Selfie Room. This is shout out to them. This is your one-stop shop for all your photography and videography needs. Okay, so big shout out to
Selfie room.
Selfie Room. Sorry, I blanked, but big shout out to Selfie Room for real. All right, so let's dive into today's episode. So, today's guest is somebody who knows how to bring an idea to life. Okay, he is a poet. He's a creative entrepreneur, and he's the co-CEO of Kultur Ties. Everybody, please welcome the homie Axel.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. How you doing
For
today?
sure. I'm good. It's humid as heck outside.
It's hot.
Whew.
Ciao.
Whew. I feel like
Ciao.
I'm right back in the motherland.
We're home,
We're
basically.
home.
My whole thing with Canadian summers, though, is like it's dry.
Very dry.
Like the air is dry, and it's like really humid. Like today's humid.
Today's humid, and I think what's even more difficult is like it's heavy. Like it's
Yeah.
you feel how heavy and thick the air
I
is.
feel it in my chest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can feel it in my chest like a heavy air. You're right.
Yeah.
Like, but luckily we're in some AC.
Shout out
nice
to
and-
Selfie Room for
Shout
the
out to-
AC.
Shout out to Selfie Room for the AC. All right, so Real Talks with Ash kind of took a hiatus. So you're the first guest that's been on the show for the first
Hey.
time in a really long
I'm
while.
honored. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm also honored that you're sitting on the couch today and we're going to chop it up. Guys, Axel, we became acquainted, I want to say 2 years ago.
Yeah, about
Mm,
2 years
about
ago.
2 years ago. He discovered me on Instagram, as we all these days, you know what I'm saying?
Not discovered.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I did content for one of his events. I did like a get ready with me.
Yeah.
And I think it was from there, they were like, oh, this girl actually supports us, like cares.
And you know what's actually interesting? I don't think I ever told you this, but Jesse Simmons had like messaged me separately and said, "Yo, I think you guys need to work with her. Ashley's super dope. I could see her hosting pieces of us." This was maybe like about a year and a half ago or so.
Wow.
And so I was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm already locked into her. Like we're trying to figure it out, you know." So shout out to Jesse as well for
Yeah.
the plug.
Shout out to Jessie for real. Hey girl. Thank you so much. You know, when they say like I always pray like I hope like my name is in rooms that like, you know, I
Yeah.
don't know. Hopefully my work is just speaking for itself.
It
Myself is speaking for itself.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And if you
So,
permit, I just like to give you your flowers as well. You are doing the thing. We are all witnesses. We're all noticing you. I think you do such a great job of taking a story and making it like presenting it in a bold and beautiful way,
thank you.
whether it is visually or through a publication, like a digital publication, a written publication. So thank you for all the work that you do in this community.
Oh,
We see you. We appreciate you. We acknowledge you. We're going to give you tissues for those tears too. Don't worry about it.
guys, what is happening? Thank you so
I just wanted to
much.
share that.
I really, really appreciate that. And
sure.
obviously, I have to return the flowers.
Oh,
You're
no.
incredible. You and your team, what
Thank
you
you.
guys do for the city. Anyways, we're gonna get into all of
Okay,
that. We're gonna
okay,
get into
okay,
let's
okay,
start. Okay.
Okay.
So we kick off the episode. I've revamped Real Talks with Ash a little bit. I've added some fun stuff that we could, you know,
Okay.
to add nuance, to add
Okay.
dynamic. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
So moving forward now, we kick off the episode with something called Hot Topics. Shout out to
Okay.
Wendy Williams.
Mm.
I
Shout
was
out to
very
Wendy.
Wendy Williams is my muse, my journalistic muse, one of them. So we start off the episode with hot topics. We're just gonna dive into like some fun like hot topics or whatever's hot right now. You know what I'm saying? So from trending topics to trending social issues
Okay.
to celeb moments, viral tweets, all that stuff. It's just gonna
Okay.
set the tone for an unfiltered conversation.
Okay.
So I got two things. I got two hot topics for you today. And also, if you have any like any other takes, anything you want to like just drop in there,
Yeah.
feel free. This is a safe space.
Okay,
This is a
sounds
safe
good.
space. So first and foremost, you're in the event space. You're in the event space.
Yes.
You dabble a lot with marketing. You dabble a lot with branding.
Indeed.
Dabble a lot with content creation. All these
Indeed.
things. You know what I mean? Outreach, communications, all the whole nine. Right. So I want to talk about how you feel about AI versus the real thing. I feel like AI is definitely a hot topic right now. I feel like it's going to be a hot topic for a while.
100%.
It's going to be a hot topic for a while. So like, do you feel like just off the bat, do you feel like it's killing the soul of like creativity, or are we just simply like leveling up in society, or a bit of both? Because I feel like it's a very nuanced question.
It is extremely nuanced. I
Yeah.
think I use AI in not necessarily daily, but like weekly activities for different things.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's like if I'm really tired and I don't have the capacity to think about how I want to position something, I might just like tell chat what it is I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
then take whatever it provides and I'll tweak it in my own words, or like I will reassemble it kind of, in a way that it feels makes more sense
Mm-hmm.
to the conversation that I'm having with the person I'm looking to address, or the email I'm trying to draft, right? Um, but it's interesting because I was having a conversation with someone about how they not refuse to use AI, but they are reluctant to use AI because for them, they feel like they love the challenge of using their brain to come up with things still consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said that, I was like, you know what? I really do feel that. I think for me, I'm a creative. I'm naturally creative with a lot of things. How I process my process is very creative,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't think that AI could ever replace it. I think it just complements my creativity, and sometimes it might be a substitute for if I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
But most often than not, just personally speaking, for me, it's more complementary than anything
It's
else.
more complimentary.
Yeah.
I like that you said that, because I was doing my research obviously, and I found this article online from talentbureau.com. Talent Bureau is a speaker, talent, and entertainment company with roots in Toronto and Vancouver,
Nice.
right? So they like a like it's self-explanatory. They
Yep.
just recruit talent and get them on bigger platforms and all
Platforms.
that stuff, right?
Got you.
So they actually wrote an article about AI and how it's going to be changing the event space and how people are actually navigating that space right now in the events management
Oh.
space. And I was like, I'm very curious to see like what other people in this space are like saying about it, especially, So like when I was on the website, it said what you just said, like you said, complimentary. Like it shouldn't take over,
No.
basically, right? So who was it? They said on the website in the article, it said, I'm paraphrasing phrasing from the article, but it says event planners, executives, and speakers, this is your wake-up call. The future of AI isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace strategically.
Absolutely.
The twist is the more AI grows, the more valuable distinctly human skills become.
Absolutely.
And when I read that, I was like, ding, 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 ding,
A
ding, ding, ding,
hundred
ding.
percent. And being in the event space, you're in the business of people.
Yeah.
So I think just that aspect alone, people like AI can be as great as it can be. It can never replace a human being in
Mm-hmm.
terms of like that like human experience, right? So I agree that that's a great article. If you don't mind sending me
I
that
got you.
after,
Yeah, yeah.
that's a well put
It's
article
a
for
well. It
sure.
was really well written. Another note, like they also like brought up like what, like how like AI can like affect different aspects of event planning. So like marketing and audience engagement, for example,
Mm,
AI tools like Persado and Right Sonic. I'm not too familiar.
mhm,
I did a little brief like rundown before coming, but
mhm,
they're used to automate event promotion, analyze audience sentiment, and generate post event insights for you. So that's extremely useful
mm.
and saves like so much time, because honestly,
hundred
I don't like typing up postmortems. Like
percent.
I don't like it. Like it takes too long, but I know I need it so I can like track my event like analytics,
A
like
hundred percent.
ticket sales, blah 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 blah, all that
Hundred
stuff. So
percent.
like I'm definitely gonna be tapping into the marketing and audience engagement, like
Yeah.
the AI stuff for that. Like I'm definitely tapping into
Some platforms do that already. I know that Eventbrite to some extent
that.
has these tools. Um, but that's really, yeah, I'm very curious about this article.
I got you. I'm gonna send it to you. It's really
Please.
good, and I'm like, I think I need to, Shout out to talentbureau.com.
Shout out to Talent
Shout out to
Bureau.
them. So we'll move on to the next hot topic now.
Yes.
All right. So this one is a little bit of a hot take. I might put you in some mess.
Mm. Mm.
Maybe it's not messy. Maybe I just. But I feel like this is just me too. I feel like everyone is becoming. The rise of the digital era has brought on a lot of things. Everyone is becoming a DJ. Everyone is becoming a podcaster.
Yeah.
Everyone is becoming a rapper. Everyone is becoming like, it's just, everyone's becoming an event planner. Everyone is an event planner now. Everyone is,
Correct.
So I just want to know, like, Are we witnessing the death of a niche, or is this like a creative renaissance? Like, how do you feel about that?
That's a really good question.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though there are. I don't know that this is necessarily anything very new. I think that because the event space has a very low barrier of entry, it's you don't need many skills to get into event planning,
Yeah,
right? And I
that's
think
true.
for me, it comes down to your why, right? If if you're doing event planning for the purposes of a quick buck, or you're just kind of seeing everyone else do it and you're like, oh, I want to do it too, that's cool. That's one path.
Mm-hmm.
um on the other hand, if your purpose is try to build community, you're trying to build a business out of it, you're trying to tap into something that is very specific and niche that others are not necessarily um aware of, or it's not as mainstream as you feel it should be, because events events there are certain events that are a niche within a niche, right?
Yeah,
So I think that it's pretty cool to see that a lot of people are jumping into the pool and trying out different things. I also do think, though, that the public isn't dumb. I think that experience really matters.
yeah,
So if you are doing it for reasons that don't necessarily center the target audience, they will feel that.
they're gonna feel it.
They're going to respond to that one way or another, and it will have an impact on your longevity.
Yeah,
But those who are really doing it for real, who really care about it, and who really feel that it is an avenue to bring people together, it is
mm-hmm.
a way to generate income, but maybe build a business out of it and start with the events, but maybe branch off into other things
Yeah,
that are parallels, and centering their audience experience always.
yep,
It's
always.
you can't really lose.
You
Like,
can't fail.
you're going to go through struggles for
Mm-hmm.
sure,
Mm-hmm.
but your consistency is going to outlast those who are coming in just to quickly leave as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it's really necessarily a bad thing. I
Mm-hmm.
think that you got to give people are going to want to try things, and it's cool that there is opportunity to try things today.
Yeah,
um but I think the audience really is where the audience dictates the direction of what you're doing
that's true
in the
too.
event space.
Just to piggyback off of that too, like I do, like you said, like it really boils down to your why. It
Absolutely.
really boils down to your why. What I notice is like obviously like sheep mentality. People see
Yeah.
something that's trending, they want to hop on it, they want to try.
Yeah.
But then I also see like that's the reason why a lot of businesses, a lot of these collectives, they fail
Yep.
because like they start and then they see the hype, I guess, you know what I mean? They see the end result, and that's why I'm like, ugh, social media. They see the they see the end result, right? And they're
Yeah.
like, damn, I want to pull off that, and I want to put on this concert, and I want to
100%.
start this podcast, and I want to do that, but like you don't
It's
really see
hard
the labor.
work.
It's hard. Like
It's hard
you don't
work.
see the labor that goes on before these events are put on, before the sold out nights, before the
And after.
and after too.
Yeah.
Like it's I just think what I would like to see more on social media is the process of things.
I agree. One group that does that really well, actually, Arbel, they've done that a few
Yes,
times where
they've
they're
started.
behind the
Yes, I know,
scenes.
and I
I really
appreciate that so
appreciate that
much.
too. Yeah,
So
we
we can,
started doing that too a little bit, where
mhm,
we're collecting the footage.
yeah,
We haven't put it out yet, but
yeah,
yeah, I agree with you. That's a dope way to give your audience even more access to you, right, and
exactly,
get them to appreciate what you do.
and get them to appreciate what you do. And I feel like it builds a deeper sense of like, you know, community. Like you're
Absolutely,
trying to reach the people you need to reach or you're meant to reach, right? So I just feel
absolutely.
like it's important to share that journey. And you don't know, expression saves lives. That's my motto. That's like my
That's a
life
fact.
thing. Like, cause like you don't know who you could be helping by just showing the process of things. So like,
I fully agree.
yeah, that's how I feel about that too. I feel like you said too, just again, like people are gonna want to try things. People and that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? That's okay. But like again, I think it's just grasping like why are you doing
Your why is
it?
very important.
Yeah.
And your why, if you don't know it, your audience will pick up on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's cool. I think people are going to, it's the same as music, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone, as you said, self-expression. So you got to give people an opportunity to try things, and
Yeah.
if it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's cool. But those who really want to do it for real, they will continue to do so. They will continue to innovate, and they will continue to be here, and the audience will gravitate towards those people as well. So
Yeah. Just to ask, just to like follow up with that, I have one question before we like dive into the next thing.
for sure.
What does true innovation mean to you then? Like in your opinion, like when you see someone who's really getting it, what stands out to you the most?
Like you mean as event organizers?
As event organizers, as a creative, just as someone who's doing something authentically. Like, I guess we'll narrow it down. Let's say event planners, event organizers, and like
Hmm.
content creators, for example, or
Okay.
entrepreneurs. I guess like
I really value people who take risks.
okay.
I think that there is a lot of value in taking risks because one way or another, like the lessons are going to be there, and what you do with them is obviously your prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
But I really value risk taking. So if you are like, I think true innovation doesn't come or it doesn't come independent of the risk.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that answers your question specifically, but I
It
really
does.
value, yeah, like if you putting yourself completely out there and do something completely left field, but it's clear that you have a plan,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even if that plan is not like all the way like concise,
Mm-hmm.
there's a plan in place. You're following some kind of blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I value that a lot because I'll pay attention, and I'll pick up on whatever it is that you're doing, and I'll like
Yeah.
I'll gather my own intel from that experience, and it might help me if I'm taking a big risk as well. So
Yeah, facts. I now that you say that, it made me think too, and I'm like, I think that's what I value the most too. People who move boldly. Gotta
boldly,
move
that's a
boldly.
good way to put it.
You gotta move boldly,
Hundred
especially
percent.
in this era. Okay, we don't have time to do things small.
That's a fact.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna dive into our conversation. Purpose of this convo is to really get to know Axel.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, very scary,
Mm.
terrifying. You're in the hot seat. No, I'm
Mm.
joking. You'll be fine. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. Um, but the point is to really get to know you. That's the purpose of Real Talks with Ash as well. Whoever sits on this couch, we're here to debrief who you are and
Mm.
the why behind who you are and what you do.
Oh, Lord
Yes,
Jesus.
très important.
Très important.
Very important. So first of all, where are you from?
So I'm from Benin. I am originally from Benin, West Africa, but I grew up in New York City pretty much all my life.
Nice.
And then I came here for university
Okay.
in 2008 to U Ottawa.
Okay. What prompted you moving to Ottawa?
So my dad's work, like his term was up in New York City,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had the option of either moving here, staying in New York City and going to school upstate, going to Concordia in Montreal, or going back to Benin.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually got into Concordia, but I was on a wait list,
Mm.
and I think I got into the school in upstate New York as well. I can't remember with the name, but I seem to recall I got in as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was so long ago.
Yeah,
But
2008 was a minute ago.
yo,
It was a
memory is
minute
not
ago.
what it used to be. But Ottawa, I have family here,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was mad young. I was very very young when I moved, and so um, it just made more sense for me to be surrounded by family members. Montreal, I didn't have as many family members.
Yeah.
New York City, upstate, definitely no family members. Just
Mm.
a bunch of like family friends.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
Ottawa.
Very, very interesting. Do you have any like hobbies? What are your favorite things to do? I know
Mm.
you like to work out and stuff, but like,
Yeah, I enjoy workouts. I love writing poetry.
mm-hmm.
I'm a poet. That's my thing. I don't practice it as often now, just because business and
Mm-hmm.
event planning industry. But I love writing. Love listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
and
you're a music guy.
yeah,
You're a music guy.
I'm listening to the new Clips album.
Oh, I have to. I put it in my like play, like like
Yeah, yeah.
playlist and like save later kind of
Yeah,
thing. Like
you
I have to
won't be
listen to that.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Very, very fire album. The very first song, it's been on repeat for me. It's so powerful. It's about their parents
Mm-hmm.
because both their parents passed away.
Yeah.
Great album. So music. I also really enjoy talking to like my close knit circle, just sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I think like oftentimes we don't really prioritize vulnerability
Yeah.
in a daily hustle, you don't have time for that typically.
Yeah.
So I really do appreciate the moments where I'm able to just like check in on one of my good friends mental, or get an update from you about how you're doing, and just kind of
Hmm.
seeing what your human experience has been like so far.
I love how
uh,
you put that, the human experience.
that's what
Because
it
we've been
is.
dehumanized in a sense, no?
We
Feel that? That's how I
Ooh,
feel. I feel like we've been dehumanized in a sense.
elaborate.
I just feel like with the rise of, I blame everything on the digital era, you know. But with the rise of like social media, you know, like there's a lot of weird parasocial relationships. Like people think they know you, but they don't really know you.
Facts.
People really like brand people off of the one fraction of their life that they
Facts.
show on Instagram or whatever, wherever you post. But like I just think it's a little bit dehumanizing. So that's why nowadays it's like, oh, it's so refreshing. You're being so honest and you're so authentic, because like there's not much of that anymore.
That's
Like
a
it's,
really good point.
yeah, things I notice.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a really good point. I didn't process it as dehumanizing. But I can see why you see it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I do agree that, yeah, there's a lot of like performance, right?
Yeah.
And oftentimes it's also usually a trauma response, is what I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
It can be.
It can be. Yeah.
And it's a way for people to not necessarily have to show you the real them, right? Because it feels like there's more control
Exactly. Because
in
you control
showing
the
you.
narrative when you don't actually like show who you are per se.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I really appreciate the offline. Like, I'm not. The only purpose of Instagram for me is our businesses.
Yeah.
I don't. People know, they'll send me. There's DMs in my phone from like 2022.
That's
Like, it's
crazy.
not even like I'm not even
Guys,
trying
he
to.
actually does not answer his DMs.
It's
It's
not on
actually so
purpose.
funny. But
It's not on
he's right though. He's
purpose.
telling the truth.
It's people know though. Like, if you want to reach me, just text me, call me,
Yeah.
WhatsApp me, like send me an email. I will respond to your
Yeah, it's
email
true.
before I DM you.
Facts.
But it's just overwhelming.
It is though.
I find Instagram sometimes very overwhelming.
It is though.
So I try to stay off it where I can, because it's a quick, deep, dark, like, rabbit hole.
Listen,
You start that doom scroll,
it doesn't
holy.
end. Like I really have to catch myself, because like I'm so guilty of doom scrolling. Like I'll be I'll be like, okay, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
45 minutes have gone
Yeah.
by and I'm still in the
Yeah.
same position. Like,
Yeah.
no, 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 no,
And I
no.
have anxiety about the feeling of wasting time. I have to figure out why, but
Oh,
yeah.
you just put my feelings into words. I did not know. I have that anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I believe it.
because I always
Knowing
rush,
you,
even when there's nothing to rush, I'm rushing.
same.
Oh,
And I
say
have to
it.
like catch myself. I have to like
Mm-hmm.
always remember, like, it's okay to just take this
Anxiety
slower.
of wasting time.
Yeah. I have to I never actually like realized, I never vocalized that. It's
Mm.
always just been in my head. So this is the
Mm.
first time I'm actually saying it.
Mm.
I think I'm gonna explore that in therapy,
Yeah, me
because I
too.
don't know why.
Me neither. Like,
It's
what am
interesting.
I don't have to do nothing. Why? Why am I stressed right now? I don't have to do
That's so
anything.
funny.
It's so crazy, man. Like, what is that? Oh, it's so funny. You worded that perfectly. You really put words to my feelings right now. I appreciate that.
No, for
I'm also
sure.
gonna explore that in therapy.
For sure, for
Yo.
sure. I'd be interested in having a conversation about this after the exploration.
Yeah,
I'd like this to hear your perspective on like where you
for sure.
landed
For
in
sure.
therapy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not too far in, but I feel like progress is being made. So yeah, we're gonna talk.
Slowly but surely. That's all
Yeah.
that matters.
Yeah. So tell me about culture
Culture
ties. Like,
ties.
what's it all about? What's your origin story?
Culture ties is basically we haven't like done like an actual full launch of
Mm.
Culture Ties, but
Mm.
Culture Ties is basically the parent company of 613 R&B, Pieces of Us, and Deeply Rooted.
Yes.
So we are basically a Canadian based, Ottawa-based company, who like to just we like to reimagine the event space. Um, so I would say we're very big on your experience from the moment, even before you attend
Mm-hmm.
our show or event. We're very big on how we come across to you, and how you choose to engage, or how you engage with us. And we're big on value, just making sure that you get a return on your investment, so that you feel it's money well spent, and that it's money spending again with
Mm-hmm.
us, worth spending again. So Culture Ties is basically that. We are big on intentionality as well.
Yeah, that's
So you
true.
could say we are in the event space. Um, with like a few additional branches that we're in the process of figuring out right now. But 613 R&B is where we share music. Pieces of Us is where we share art. And Deeply Rooted is where we share knowledge, is how we like to see it. So it's like an ecosystem of our people, right? Like when you think of our people, our culture, we're very big on sharing. I think back to like African to Africa and like the village, right? The idea of a village where there's all these different people who are doing different things, but who help basically
The whole
keep
collective.
exactly the system rolling. So oftentimes there's stories being shared by the great auntie over there with the kids who are listening. There's like the group of musicians with the guitar, maybe guitars, but mostly the tam tam, the
Yeah,
drums,
tam-tams, yeah.
and people are dancing over there. And you always have the sculptors, right, where they share art. That's the sharing art portion. So that's how we kind of think about it loosely. And that's the origin story of Culture Ties and the
Nice.
name Culture Ties.
Nice. Why events specifically? What did you see a lack of
Um,
thereove or a lack
well,
of?
okay, that's a really good question. I started in events in 2011. I organized like an event with my two of my really close friends at Ottawa at the time. Went well, and then we did like one or two other things, took a break, and then I was part of another collective from 2016 to about maybe 2020, 2016 to about 2021. And we in the process of being part of that collective, we put on fashion shows. Most famously, we did one in the War Museum in the big hall with the airplane over the
Oh, I
sky.
see where they
That
are.
was really
Yeah,
fly. That
that's
was a really
cool.
good experience. Um, so we did a few other things, like we did fashion shows, pool parties, we did club events,
That's
um,
cool.
and then uh, the reason the reason Pieces of Us was born, because Pieces of Us was born before Culture
Before
Ties,
culture
before
time.
anything else, right?
Okay.
The reason Pieces of Us was born because me personally, as an artist, and as a poet, I've often felt like sometimes you would go to perform at some of these places, at these platforms, and you don't necessarily get a lot of information ahead of time. You're not really given a lot of direction as to like what they would want to see. Um, Sometimes they don't even necessarily tell you what time sound check is, and you got to learn the day before you get there. Sometimes it feels like
That's
you're
my
not.
pet peeve.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like you're not being taken seriously,
Yeah.
basically, as an artist. And so I had seen that at least one too many times. I felt it one too many times. And so I figured, you know what, with my experience and my network, I could probably do something about this. And so Pieces of Us was born. We came together as a group of five socialpreneurs at the time, and we gave birth to Pieces of Us. We were big on the experience of the artist and the guest, but first you got to make sure the artist is as comfortable as possible to deliver something amazing
Yeah.
that the audience can feel, resonate with them, and keeps them wanting to come back.
Yeah.
So that was the origin story of Pieces of Us, and then we diversified.
Yeah. It's so funny how I think it's cool how you guys started with the one and
Yeah.
it kind of birthed everything else. That's usually how it happens. But I think you guys do a really good job at definitely making the artist feel like supported. Definitely making the artist feel like, they're in a place where they're respected. I think that's a
Mhm.
very big
Huge,
thing. That's a
huge,
very big thing.
huge.
Like we just want to be respected.
Absolutely.
We're artists. We pour
And
our heart out.
you're being vulnerable. It's
Yeah.
difficult being up there on that stage and sharing with the room of strangers and like
Mm-hmm.
getting that like conviction that it's okay to do so. It's really important. It's everything.
Yeah,
So
literally, it's everything. Like,
yeah.
and I appreciate that you guys do that, and I think a lot of people in the city do too. Like, we definitely do. We see
Thank
you.
you. Thank
We
you.
see you. So, how are you feeling about the sudden like event influx that's been happening in Ottawa, even même à Montréal, à Toronto? On voit ça beaucoup. Like, I've been
There's a
seeing it a
lot.
lot. Like,
Yeah.
do you feel like people are craving more in-person connection? Because like it's crazy, like post COVID and all that stuff.
For
You know what I mean? So like,
sure.
what are your
Post
thoughts?
COVID, I think definitely COVID showed us that there's what we were taking for granted. It was showing us that human connection that we
Yeah.
took for granted once you can't afford to take that granted again.
Yeah.
And so I think there is a lot of um, I think it's great that people have options.
Yeah.
I think it's great that there's a lot of experiences to choose from as a guest, right? Even myself, when I'm not in event planner mode, when I'm more so in attendee mode and I'm trying to find something to do,
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that there's so many different things to choose from.
Yeah.
I personally am someone who wants to make sure that my experience is a certain way. So I'll go maybe do a little bit more research about the company, right? I'll scroll on your
Mm-hmm.
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a website, I'll check it out. I'll look at like previous experiences that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and if I recognize people that I may know at like your events or whatever, I may ask about you. Yo, how was your experience with such and such? So I do like that there are options.
Yeah. I can agree with you there.
There are more options. I think it definitely makes it a little bit challenging when you are trying to find a way to pierce through that like sea of options.
Yeah.
Especially if you feel like what you have to offer, people need to experience this, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's like I know you're gonna have a great time. I know that like this is something that you will resonate with. Um, and now I gotta just get a little bit more creative on how I make you understand that. How do I communicate that
Mm-hmm.
information to you in a way you can receive?
Yeah.
So that challenge is definitely has been interesting, but I do like it for the purposes of like really forcing you to get more creative. Like
Yeah.
it if you're really serious about this craft,
Yeah.
you either like fold to the pressure of more options,
Yep.
or you get in your bag and you figure out ways to diversify your messaging,
Yeah.
right? Ways to get more creative with your marketing and more um, strategic and more like targeted with your marketing.
I think what really gets people, like what I've been noticing online, I'm speaking from like an attendee perspective now.
Yeah,
Like if I'm looking for a party to go to, personally, I love seeing moments. Like
for
I love
sure.
those recap videos that like show people, if that makes sense. Like I
100%.
love seeing that because I can actually see how people are reacting to being at your
And you
event.
can see yourself.
And I could see myself exactly. So that's like my favorite kind of like marketing branding tactic that like these event
Absolutely.
collectives do. Like I love seeing moments. I love hearing the DJ drops and the moments from the DJ. Like I love that people are marketing like that now, like marketing events like that now. It's my
100%.
yeah.
And it works. Like I see it with a few collectives in the city that do it really well. Like
Mm-hmm.
Amashosa, they do it.
Amashosa
Amashosa does it extremely
so
well.
well.
They do it
Like
really well.
mhm.
Offbell does it.
Oh
Offbell does like that elegance
yeah,
with it
very graceful,
too.
very
Like
demure, simple but extremely effective. Like
extremely
extremely
effective.
effective. Yo, I
Yeah,
love it.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was also thinking of a niche within a niche, so Sujouette, with their trivia nights
Yes.
that they do.
Yes.
Love how like they bring the like an unconventional game to the
Yeah.
diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know about you, I didn't grow up playing trivia.
Not really. Not
Yeah.
me neither. Yeah.
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 So just speaking for me, I love the fact that there we have people who are in those spaces who are doing these things and who are doing the content thing as well and getting
Yeah.
you to kind of see yourself there.
Yeah.
So it's really dope.
Yeah. I think that's very important.
And
I
shout
think
out
it's
to you for the girls. Yo, I let me tell y'all, there
Je
was a
savais.
day, there was no like, because I was sitting here, I was like, oh, like who else? I was like, Ashley, duh, like because there's an Instagram one of the rare days where I was perusing Instagram
Mhm.
on my personal
On your-
time. I was on your page and you had done a day party outside
Mhm.
and it wasn't a video. It was just a carousel and exactly what you said. The moments, the people. I don't remember maybe like a year ago, but
Yeah.
it was every time I scrolled, the faces, the melanin,
Yeah.
people were just excited to be
Yeah.
there. People were smiling. The energy, you could feel it through the photo. And I appreciate the photo element of it because
Thank you.
videos, it's easy to kind of try to manipulate a little bit,
Yeah.
right? Depending on how you edit it. But the photos don't lie.
Yeah.
So I think
I think I
that's,
know which post you're even talking about.
yeah,
Because that post hit me too. I was watching and
I
everyone's
was
having a
like,
great
yo,
time.
yeah. Shout out to you curating a great time.
Thank you. Thank you. We almost back, baby. We almost back. I'm a mommy on now. I had to take a break. So, because like we said before, planning events is not easy, but I
Absolutely.
appreciate that. I
For
appreciate that. It's
sure.
very nice to hear it, especially from like a fellow, like someone who does it very well as well.
Thank
Like,
you.
you know what I mean? Like, so thank you. I appreciate that. I do. So, how do you feel about like collaboration and what that looks like in Ottawa? And like
Mm,
the last part of the question is what are, in your opinion, what are the pillars of collaboration? What make a collaboration successful?
that's a good question.
Mm.
Um, we don't have a lot of experience with collaborations at this time, just
Mm-hmm.
because we are big on figuring out who we are first,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Big facts, big time.
Just understanding
Mm-hmm.
how you navigate your audience, your platform,
Yes,
what you're
yes.
offering, and just getting a really good grip on that first.
Mm-hmm.
Also, low key, high key, I'm a control freak, so I'm like it. There's a way that this has got to be done, and if it's not done that way, I'm gonna look at you sideways a little
Yeah.
bit. But you navigate the political landscape of conversations
Yeah.
with your
The
peers.
political landscape for real.
But so I will say this: we are planning a few collaborations in the very near future.
Mm.
We're very excited about them because we're friends first,
Yeah.
peers second, and we respect one another around the table. So I think a pillar is respect,
Mm-hmm.
right? You really have to have. For successful collaboration, there needs to be mutual respect across the board, and it can't just feel like, oh, we're leveraging each other to do this thing. That's going to be an underlying kind of theme within the collaboration, because if you're both doing it at a really high level, that's going to happen.
There's a
But
win-win on
there's a
everything.
win-win,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you really have to respect one another, and communication,
Yeah.
just being authentic, being very honest and open and transparent with communication, I think is very big, because you can't like, if your gut is telling you something and you're just like, oh, I don't want to offend, or I don't want to, oh,
That's where you
you,
already messed up. High
because
key.
ultimately if something does happen and you thought of it, you could have prevented it. How do you feel,
How do you
right?
feel? Yeah.
So it's I would say respect and communication amongst those, or between those two things.
Yeah.
If you have both, you really can have a pretty successful collaboration. And as we are navigating that landscape now, that's what we're seeing,
Yeah.
and we're making space for those conversations to take place. Like, hey, everyone around the table, is there anything you want to bring up? Like, how do
Mm-hmm.
you feel about this?
Mm-hmm.
Leaving the
Mm-hmm.
door open for conversation always.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think that's a really good answer. I also agree on the two pillars, two main pillars, respect and communication. Those things breed understanding, right?
for
So
sure.
like I feel like those are two really big important things, and brand identity, knowing your brand identity before inviting someone else into your space per se
Exactly. Well
is
said.
very important
Well
too.
said.
And I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that the
Mm.
hard way a little
You
bit.
had an unsuccessful collaboration?
Of course.
Not the of course.
Of course. Like, I'm trying to like pinpoint what exactly, because it happened a long time ago. But I was supposed to collab with another collective, like a woman-led collective, for a dance workshop, like years and years and years ago. But
Mm-hmm.
like it just didn't go well. I don't think we understood each other.
Mm.
We weren't on the same page. Like,
Mm.
I'm very much like, I don't want to say I don't give a fuck, but like I give a fuck about the things that matter. You know what I mean?
As you
The
should.
rest is like psh, out the window kind of thing. Unless I need to tend to it, then no. I need
Fair.
to. I only have the energy right now to also reciprocate what's given to me
For sure.
per se. So like it just, we weren't on the same page. I also think I was still figuring out my brand identity a lot too. And like
Mm.
we were both like up and coming, like growing female led
At
like
the same
things in
time.
Ottawa at the same time, right? So it was cool, but like because our messages were like different, and the way, I don't know, man, it just didn't mesh. So like people didn't come to the event. Like people
Mm.
didn't come, and like that discouraged me a lot. I don't think I
Mm.
threw another dance workshop for like 2 years after that.
No way.
Yeah, I didn't throw another
Did you
freedom.
guys do a post mortem?
Yeah.
And how
No,
was
actually no, we didn't. We
no?
didn't. I wasn't doing postmortems back then, but
But you reflected on the experience.
exactly. Like I still had like the Eventbrite thingy up,
Yeah,
like kind
yeah.
of thing. Like I still had the post, and like people would like e-transfer to like secure their spot and stuff. So I still had all that information, but like I definitely look back then to and compared to how I do my dance workshops now, like the branding is more clear. The girls who come, they know what they're getting themselves into. Like I
Mm-hmm.
make sure I put the itinerary on the Eventbrite every single
Mm-hmm.
time, so they know what's happening when, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? I don't want to waste anyone's time either. So
For
like, let
sure.
me like, so yeah, like that was just a moment in time. Like it was a long time ago, but like, yeah, the messaging was just inconsistent and like our communication was off between both parties. So like,
Interesting.
it was like,
So even despite the fact that you were both up and coming and like people knew about both your platforms, the collaboration was unsuccessful because of the communication conflict and the lack of attendance.
lack of attendance. Yeah,
Interesting.
exactly. And
What
we
do you
didn't.
what do you attribute the like? I mean, I can
Mhm.
understand communication being or um uh yeah, the communication to your audience being not necessarily the clearest because you guys are also confused and
Mhm.
internally, but I would think that a dance class, like if just generally would attract somebody.
Yeah. And I was shocked. I was like, oh my God,
Wow.
nobody, like, I think like three people pulled up. Like, I think, and
Damn.
Maya Spoken was one of them. Shout out to you.
Shout out to
Yeah, shout
Maya.
out to
Shout
Maya.
out to
Maya
Maya.
was there too. And like, it was just, I think it was also like the lack of marketing.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. And it was like kind of like my first time throwing.
You were learning.
I was learning. No, it was like my first like dance workshop that I ever planned, I think. Like ever.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
like ever. So yeah, the lack of marketing, like I wasn't really sure how to like promote this to my audience. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna post a dance workshop. I'm gonna share it
You're
on
learning.
my story. But like, yeah, like that was the one, So I hear you.
Interesting.
Respect and
Communication.
communication is very clear. Communication is very important.
Hmm.
Hmm. So do you like experience? Well, we're human. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you don't, please high five. I'm good. But do you experience like comparison, and how do you shake that off when you do?
Oh, bro, we're human all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I think it's interesting. Lonely Boy, actually, shout
Mm-hmm.
out to Lonely, one of our hosts for 613 R&B. He was saying to me, because I brought something up to him a while back, and he said, you don't compete where you don't compare,
Facts.
or you don't compare where yeah, you don't
Don't
compete where
compete
you
where
don't
you don't compare.
compare.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I had heard it before, but I completely forgot about that saying. And so when he brought it back, I was like, "Oh, interesting." Because all he was trying to say is, "Listen, what we do, and like what we do, we need to just focus on what we do.
Yeah.
Like if we know that what we're doing is A, B, C, D, like we're hitting a bunch of these check marks, and we are really big on making sure that this is good and that is good, and like all these things are in place. As long as we keep having that and we focus on that and growing, don't look elsewhere. It doesn't matter. Like at
Mm.
the end of the day, it like a bunch of people can all come up at the same time, right? There's room for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know yourself and you know what you're doing and you're focusing on that and growing within that space, you don't got to compare yourself to anybody else.
Yeah.
Compare if you want to compare yourself, compare to yourself to like the mecca of where you're trying to go, right?
Exactly. I
Like
was
the
gonna say
people
that.
who are really doing it at the stupidest, highest of levels.
Mm-hmm.
Like take from them, learn, understand, adapt to
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah.
So comparison is definitely. I used to do it a lot more.
Mm.
I think today, one, I don't have time to compare.
Period.
I don't have
Enough
time to
time.
compare. And two, I think that through my shout out to my therapist.
Mm.
He's helped me do a lot of like perspective work.
Nice. That's
Um,
awesome.
and just me understanding like what's meant for you is meant for you. Right. That's the end all be all. What's meant for you is meant for you. And ultimately you can't control what is given to someone else.
You
Control
can't.
what is there for you and do with it what you need to do.
Yeah.
Just be comfortable and stable in that. The rest will follow.
Facts. I think for me too, that's a great point, and I'm glad your therapist is helping with perspective
Shout
work,
out to him.
because I think that's what a lot of humans struggle with, like perception,
For sure.
perceiving, being perceived. Like
Being perceived.
that's like the biggest thing for people, I find, especially like now we see everything. Like I know what. Like if Beyonce decided to post her breakfast, like I know what she had for breakfast yesterday. That's a crazy level of access in my opinion.
Crazy level
Like
of
in
access.
my opinion.
Yeah.
So like it's so easy to like compare yourself, you know what I mean? And I think that's where I'm at too in my journey, because I grew up in an African household, and I'm also the eldest daughter.
You were
So
giving elder vibes. I felt it.
think
We
no,
see each other.
yeah, we see each
We
other
see
for
each
real.
other.
Like the vibe, yeah. So like I'm the eldest daughter. So like for me, it's like I always had to keep up appearances. Like I always had to be the better example.
Appearances.
I always had to keep up appearances, be the better example, be the best example. And after my mom passed away, that was out the window. Because I
She
was
rests
like,
in
look,
peace.
like I need to grieve, I need to mourn. Stop telling me to be strong. Like stop
100%.
it. You know what I
Let me
mean?
feel.
Let me feel.
Yeah.
So like that's why I asked, because like that ate like that, the way I grew up, it really plays into like
Oh, for
my
sure.
comparison
There's a
so
lot of
much.
unlearning. Our
There's so
parents used to
much.
do that. Oh, you got 8 out of 10 on the test. This other person got 10. Why
Like
didn't you get 10?
ah
Yeah, it's a tricky web, man.
yeah.
Because like I understand
Yeah.
why they would have
The
like moved
compassion
that
is
way.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it definitely does a lot of harm without them necessarily realizing in the long run. And
Yeah.
it takes a lot to unlearn that stuff. But
Yeah, and I think, like you said, it's up to us to like stay grounded within ourselves. And
for
like your
sure,
therapist said, like you can't control someone else's journey.
no,
You can't like you can only control yours. You
absolutely,
can only make your own choices. You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So there's no ciao.
This is real. This is what happens on the real
This one
talks.
happens on
Things
set.
just happen,
Like,
y'all.
what was that? Okay. But yeah, like
That's part of the realness, you
it's
know?
called part of it. No, for real, like for real. So, but yeah, like just going back to the comparison thing, like
Yeah,
it's good to hear your perspective, and it's like a good reminder too,
for
because
sure.
that's what I've been telling myself. Like, because I feel like also in Ottawa, who I am, I feel like I'm very isolated in my, I guess my, I don't know, my niche, I guess, is this the word? I feel like
Hmm.
there's not many black women doing what I'm doing, all the stuff that I'm doing, I
That's
feel like,
factual. That's factual.
and it's very intimidating for me sometimes, and I can't help but like look at other people and be like, oh my God, like, am I doing too much? Am I not doing enough? Am I like, especially because like, je me sens un peu seule.
Can
Like
I
I
ask
feel a
you a
little bit,
question?
yeah, go ahead.
Do you have a mentor?
Kind of,
Okay.
kind of. I'm establishing that connection right now.
Okay, amazing.
But that was actually my next point. Like like when you said to look at people who are doing the absolute most in your field, that's who I look at. Like that's who I look at. Gwen Madiba, the editor in chief of Rolling Stone Africa, Issa Rae.
Hmm.
Those are the women I look at. Tiana Taylor. Like
Shout out to Tiana.
those are the women
Tiana's a
I want to be in rooms with those
workhorse.
women. Please, God, do it.
Tiana's a workhorse, and you will be.
Amen.
You work hard. You're working hard, and you're establishing like the foundation for where you want to go. I think that's the most important thing. Again, you know your why.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. Yeah, I liked hearing your answer. That was really good and very reaffirming. Thank you for that.
absolutely.
What would you, so back to culture ties.
Yeah.
Gonna go back to culture ties. I want to know so far, like, what's been your biggest triumph
Oh,
in terms of culture ties?
yo, that's so interesting. I don't. It's funny because like this is something I do struggle with is um taking the time to just absorb what just happened.
Yeah.
And it's only just recently that I learned to start trying to do that more.
Me
Um,
too.
yeah, it's tough because
Me too.
you're just in the process, right?
Yeah.
So I tell people to celebrate their wins. I never learned to do that myself.
Yeah.
Biggest triumph, man. I would say that maybe if I could take it like per platform, Pieces of Us, I would say just the growth. Like I think back to how we started at Happy Goat on Hopewell
I know.
way back in a room of like 30, 40 people. And then we
I'm
grabbed
so proud of you. Oh my
yo.
goodness.
And actually I was recently there with Francesca. Shout out to Francesca. I was just there with her and we were inside and I was like, oh snap, like, yo, this is the origin story.
Yeah.
And then we moved from there to go to Live on Elgin, and it was a room of like 70, 80 people. And then from there, we moved to Sauce, and like that's over 100 people, 120 people. So it's like the progression of the platform has been really rewarding.
Mm.
But I would say probably the biggest triumph is setting up our Share Your Peace Fund. That to
Yeah,
me
that's a big
was
deal.
such a big deal. Like there's everything else is very close second, but that to me is so important because being able to raise that money and give it back to an artist, like doing our part in the artist world and giving that money to people or to an artist that needs it for their project is so dope, man. So
Yeah.
we worked with the city on that, and it was such a great moment.
Yeah.
Going back to moments
Yeah.
on stage. 613 R&B, bro. R&B, if you know me,
Listen,
oh,
in the short amount of time that I've gotten to know Axel, R&B hip hop head,
R and
and I feel so
B,
validated by
R
that
and B.
because
That's what I'm saying. Snap to it, because
yeah.
R&B music is literally the soundtrack to my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I told you this, but I write my poetry is a lot is very triggered by R&B music
Mm-hmm.
or melodies or like a word, but R&B is definitely at the source of it. So I think I've been consuming R&B since I was like maybe 9, 10 years old.
Sheesh, yeah.
So that's 22
Your
years
whole life.
essentially.
Essentially.
And so just the creation of that platform has been really dope. Shout out to Meryl, my co-producer. He helps with
Shout out, shout out.
all of that. Jesse and Lonely do an amazing job at hosting,
Mm-hmm.
and the DJs we've worked with as well, they've been incredible. I think the triumph. I'm gonna say the Montreal tour.
I was thinking. I
I'm gonna
felt like you were
say
gonna say that.
because
That's a big deal too.
it's a big deal. I have feels about it, positive and negative.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just recently that I finished kind of like really processing what that tour meant.
Yeah.
Um, but taking this R&B show on the road and like doing it in a city like Montreal that has a million and one things happening all the
C'est
time,
ça l'affaire.
um, to me was really dope to see how many people responded to it, how many people came out to support it, and how many people continue to hit us up today, almost every day. When you guys back in Montreal? When you guys back in Montreal? So I would say that's a triumph. There's a lot of lessons in there that in taking a show on tour, because it is not for the faint of heart.
Yo.
A million moving pieces.
Yeah.
I'm not shy about working hard. That was different. There's working hard, and then there's that. The people who tour, I have a newfound respect for them.
Listen.
It's insanity.
Yo.
And they do multiple cities. We did the one. So I would say that for sure. Pre Deeply rooted, we only had the one iteration,
Mhm.
but I would say that it was just the creation of that platform was a triumph for me,
Yeah.
because I really value what that platform does. I'm big on sharing like this conversations that
Yeah.
pour into me. You get to pour into others as well, and there's an exchange of knowledge and information. And so just the existence of Deeply Rooted, we're getting back to it. It's just it takes a lot to build that one event.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed that event. So the one time it happened, triumph.
Yeah. And I just want to say, when you guys went to Montreal, what that said to me was that these folks understand that their vision is bigger than them.
Absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
that is a big thing because we get so caught up in our own shit. We get so caught up in trying to just, perform and be, but you like that's what that screamed to me. I'm like, these folks are bold. I'm like, I knew I liked them. I'm like, I knew it. These folks are bold. They understand
Thank
their
you.
why. They know, like, they're fulfilling a need.
Yeah.
Like, people are looking for spaces to pour their hearts out. People are looking for spaces to express themselves. When I brought Kenneth to 613
Yo.
R&B,
You and Kenneth, if y'all have not gone to 613 at 613 R&B on Instagram, the N is the N, not the N sign. Yo, you will see Ashley and Ken. Just scroll far enough, or you don't have to scroll far enough. It's there. It's in one of the few first. Listen, do your research and then come back to this, because oh lord,
you guys brought a side out of my husband that I have not seen in a very long time.
we have the files.
Yeah, they have the proof. They have the receipts.
We have
I've
the
never seen
files.
Ken sing out loud like that in
He
such
was
a
in
long
his
time.
bag. He was in his bag. I got the
Come on.
bird's eye view from the tech booth. Yo, I was watching. I was like, I love this for them. Like they're great parents.
Yo.
They are in their parent bag, but they get to step out of it tonight and do the thing.
Do the
I was
things.
I was happy for you guys.
Man, thank you,
Yeah.
because we were very happy to be there. Like,
Evidently.
yeah, no, you guys do the damn thing for real.
Thank you.
Like,
Yeah,
and
Montreal is good. I think we just have we have a belief in the product.
Yeah.
We believe in the product.
Yes.
We believe in the offering. So we just wanted to see if it could stand the test of another city, because the city has responded incredibly well to 613 R&B.
so well.
We took a chance because we weren't seeing R&B done like that in the city before. You would have R&B nights at different pubs and clubs and stuff, which is
I'm gonna be messy in 3 seconds. Finish.
what, please don't be messy.
No, I won't be messy. Messy.
Okay.
We don't name drop here.
But anyway, so so when we took a chance, we were like, you know what, let's test this out and see if what we're thinking is going to translate here.
Yeah.
Because we see other platforms like in the States and in the UK do similar things. So we're like, you know what, let's take kind of the template, put our own flavor and our own sauce to it, and kind of imagine what that looks like here in Ottawa. Yes, R&B music is going to elicit a number of responses, you and Ken clearly, but beyond, because the music will do the thing. What else?
Yeah, what else?
Right?
Exactly. What else beyond that?
What else?
Because it's okay if you have a fun DJ. That's fine.
Absolutely.
That's fine. I could
Absolutely.
also put on my Spotify playlist in my living room.
I won't.
Okay,
say that.
okay. I don't
won't
do
say
the
that.
mixing,
'Cause
but
yeah,
okay.
no, the DJs. I think that I'm so glad that they're getting their time now.
Oh, yeah,
Because
facts.
they are the centerpiece of a lot of like cultural events outside.
Mm-hmm.
They are what they do. Shout out to Vibes. Vibes put a little playlist together or a little mix together recently. I was listening to it. I was like, yo, this guy is incredible.
His ear is insane.
He's incredible.
His ear is
So
insane.
shout out to DJs. But yeah, as you said, it's kind of like,
But it's more than just the music. Just going back to that, like
it's the experience.
It's the experience,
yeah,
right?
From A to Z. What do you feel when you're in the space?
Yeah.
How do you resonate with the music, with what the hosts are doing, how we have skidded this entire production, because it's a production.
It's a production.
So yeah, so we did it. We're like, you know what, we want to see if the city responds, and the city has responded.
Yeah.
They have responded.
The city has responded.
So shout out to Ottawa for that.
Yeah,
'cause
shout out. Honestly, for
great to
that,
see.
one thing I'll say is like when Ottawa comes together, they come together. We come
Yes.
together. We
Oh,
come together hard.
factual.
Like
And Ottawa's underrated. The Ottawa audience, bro. The way that like the reception to something that they really fuck with.
yo. Once you get them, it's a wrap. Like
It's
once you
really
get us,
dope
it's a
to see.
wrap.
It's
yeah.
really dope to see.
Yeah. So what would you say is like following up the triumph? What would you say is like your biggest struggle personally? Like when the excitement fades, what do you do to stay motivated and grounded? Like what do you tell yourself, or how do you stay motivated and grounded?
Okay. So the way that I stay motivated is I'm just big on gratitude. So I understand there's like a huge ecosystem of humans who have lent their likeness, their energy, their time to what we're doing, their money. And so like I think of you and Krista at Pieces of Us, Jesse and Lonely. I think of Simone and I when we hosted Deeply Rooted, and then everybody else, Patrick, Mel, H, Jojo, Lynn, etc., Nadia, like Kuka. There's so many Kenza, like so many humans who make the Culture Ties ecosystem run. And I think because the way my gratitude works is I feel like I have the responsibility of not letting you down, right? It's really that like that feeling of like deep responsibility and gratitude towards you, because you could have not fucked with this idea. I could have come to you and said, yo, this is what I want to do. And you could have said, no, not for me. And that's true of you. That's true of everybody else who works with us. But everyone has said, let me support you guys. I love who you are. I love what you guys are standing for. And I wanna lend my time to this, right? So for me, it's the gratitude. Like I know that the opposite could also be just as true.
Yeah.
So it's the gratitude. It's the gratitude that keeps me going.
I feel that way too. Like when the excitement fades, that's also how I keep myself motivated, because it's so easy in the in between phases to like lose that. Like,
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So like I definitely like the support as well. Like all the names you just named. Like, bro, like you're so blessed to be able to say like all these cool ass people are a part of the Culture Ties like ecosystem.
100%.
And man, like it's
relationships,
like the gratitude and remembering like who showed up for you too. Like I think about you guys and I'm like, oh my God. I think sometimes I get like in my creative depression sometimes, and I think about you, and I think about like Kenza, and then I'm like, whoa, these are dope ass people who support me. I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm good. Like it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel you. I try really hard to practice gratitude too, and that's also what keeps me grounded.
I love that.
That's what keeps me grounded.
I love that.
So we're almost at the end of. I have like 2 more questions for
Okay.
you, and then we're gonna dive into like a few other things.
Okay.
But where? Oh no. Oh, what does it take for, in your opinion, what
Yeah.
does it take to be a leader? And what do you think, like, what have you learned about leadership in this journey with Culture Ties, with Pieces of Us, with 613, with Deeply Rooted? Like, what have you learned about leadership in this journey so far?
Hmm. I think I've learned that leadership is, or I know I've learned that leadership is more about everyone else and then you come second.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost, right?
Mm.
Everyone else
A
first,
lot of people won't say that.
everybody else first, you come second. But when it's time to take accountability, you come first, everyone comes second.
Yes.
It's if you want to answer the so that's true. At the same time, so I heard someone once say, um, true leaders aren't don't just get up and say I want to lead. They are called to lead and they answer the call.
They answer the call.
And that to me, that stuck with me. I'm paraphrasing, but that stuck with me because I was like, I can do both. I can lead. I can also play support. I low key prefer to play support because I don't necessarily want to manage all these humans and
When
do all these
Axel
things.
approached me to co-host Pieces of Us, he was like, "Listen, I don't want to be on stage." So, like,
It's a
flat
lot.
out, he's like, "I'll be there to support you. I'm gonna be I'll have my headset on.
It's a
but
lot.
I can you please you could do it alongside." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I got you." Oh man, I think it's so funny because
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah, I can definitely play support. And I think that like the most important thing though is understanding the human in front of you.
Mm,
Like you really have to create a space that they feel where they feel comfortable enough to share
yeah.
and to really like bare their soul kind of to you. I'm being a little exaggerated, but like be honest and transparent with you
Yeah.
enough for you to understand, okay, I can place this person here because this is the puzzle that I'm trying to like piece together,
Yes.
and I can't put you in a in a place that you don't fit.
Mhm.
I think you might work here, but what do you want to do?
What do you
How
wanna
do
do?
you feel that you would be able to support? Create room for them to share, for people to share, and in that exchange, you'll figure out where to best place them. And it really comes from being willing to put yourself second and just learning to listen
Mhm.
and listen deeply, listen very clearly, listen to hear and understand,
Mhm.
and then take the time to just like analyze that thought, right?
Yeah.
Those like what that feedback is,
Yeah.
and then go from there. But you
True.
got to learn people,
Yeah, a true leader recognizes the strengths and the weaknesses of the people they're
and
dealing
sometimes better than they do themselves.
with. Sometimes better than they.
And I think I think that that's what makes you the best leaders, understanding who like the person truly is in front of you,
Yeah.
and seeing things before they even see it for themselves, and in creating enough momentum and putting them in a position where they feel they're able to perform independent of your existence.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
you gotta empower them to do their best.
A leader empowers.
You have to.
Mhm,
You
mhm.
have to.
That's a very good answer. I expected nothing less
Thank you.
from that response, to be honest. Guys,
Oh, man.
Axel is probably the most zen person I've ever met in my life.
I try to be.
Ah, no, you do a really good job. You're
Because what's the alternative?
What's the alternative? Crash out?
Listen. A 1-2 crash out sometimes. It's
No, it's
important.
needed sometimes.
It's
Yeah, I
important.
agree.
But no, you gotta.
But like you're very like very level headed.
Because if everyone else is already kind of like, oh my god, you can't just add to that. You gotta add
can't.
value to this situation, not like, oh my god, let's all crash out together. Like someone's got to pick up
collective crash out, now. Bruh. Oh my god! But I really appreciate your zenness and you're very. I feel like you're very easy to talk to, but you're not easy to talk to for someone who doesn't have like a lot of discernment. Like they'll be confused by you.
Absolutely.
They'll be confused.
I know. Because there's game time Axel, and then there's this Axel that you're having a conversation with. But game time Axel, I'm not fucking around.
Guys, I've met game time Axel
Like I'm not
multiple
fucking
times.
Multiple
times.
I
respect him a lot. But like,
thank you. Because I'm just thinking of the people in the room who
Yeah.
have paid good money, who
Yeah.
have taken the time to be here.
Facts, though.
We have a job to do for them. So if we have all said yes, we're gonna participate in this thing, let's execute this thing from A to Z. And if everyone else is like trying to figure out what's what, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the lead and bringing us all together to execute. then I can woosah and relax later on in my home.
Exactly.
So
Because
that's
when you
how I
have a
look at
job
it.
to do, you have a job to do.
That's it.
Standing on business.
That's it.
Where do you see Culture Ties in the next few years?
Yo, God willing, Culture Ties is able to own a rental space for studio,
Amen.
podcasting,
Mm.
event space. We are also a leader in the market for consultations and that kind of thing. So,
Mhm.
like, I'm thinking of if you need event support, if you need us to come and run the entire logistics of your operation, God willing, we're able to provide that kind of support.
Yeah.
And that 613 R&B, Pieces of Us, and Deeply Rooted are constantly hitting new frontiers, especially 613, because I think that's the one that has probably the most
Staple.
viability to
Mhm.
travel,
Mhm.
right? So God willing, we figure out these logistics. We have really good people around us to support us.
Yeah.
We have a family basically within the
Mhm.
business where we support one another. Um, and I'm just putting all that in the universe.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Always in my prayers too.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna pray. I'm
Likewise.
gonna pray like because I believe in what you guys are doing too. Like
Likewise.
heavy. Like I believe in it
Likewise.
heavy, and
I
I
see
can.
you right there alongside. Don't worry, you got an office in the crib, in
Period.
the building.
Just set me up from now.
Don't
I'm joking.
worry.
Do you have any advice or like gems for anyone who like wants to pursue their passion or even get into the event space? Any gem?
um, Hard work doesn't always pay off, but consistency can.
Mm.
I've learned that the hard way. In school or back when you're young, your parents, especially African parents, will tell you, work hard, you'll get good grades. Work hard, work hard, work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's true,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's really not. And the times it's not is sometimes can be very devastating.
Yeah. I feel like that's propaganda for me. Like I feel like, sometimes hard work doesn't always pay off. Like
And you got to
sometimes
live with that.
work hard and you'll make it, not all the time.
Nope.
Like,
Work hard and you'll learn some lessons.
yeah.
Right. And then what you choose to do with them
Yeah.
is on you. But I think consistency is really important because consistency allows for you to generate opportunities for yourself, but also for opportunities to find you.
To find you and
Yeah.
to grow as well. Like I agree. I agree. It's good. That's a good gem.
Thank you.
That's a good gem. So we have another segment
Yes.
that we gonna do. We're gonna play a
Okay.
little game.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
So this segment is called Let's Be Real.
Oh, I don't like those games.
It's called Let's Be Real, where I ask my guests something that they need to be like 100% truthful and honest about.
I will try.
You'll try. Okay, no problem.
I will play carefully.
I got you. I got you. This is a safe space. You don't have to answer if you don't want to,
I could plead the fifth.
but you can plead the fifth.
All right,
Exactly. It's
cool,
okay.
cool,
Like I
cool,
said,
Cool.
so we're in the business of people,
Yes.
right? You're constantly communicating with folks. You're always trying to, just trying to be in communication, constant communication with people, and
Yeah.
sometimes that can like compromise. It can lead you to compromise your boundaries and stuff, right? Like when you're talking to so many different people, like sometimes
For sure.
you know what I'm saying.
For
So
sure.
let's be real. Like, what's one thing that you used to pretend that you didn't care about, but you really did care about, kind of thing, when dealing with people?
Oh, when dealing with people.
Yeah. Like, what's something that you used to pretend that you didn't care about, but you really did?
Their level of seriousness,
Mhm.
like what my gut is giving me in
Mhm.
terms of information about your level of seriousness, because I would always tell myself that I can be serious enough for the both of us.
Mm.
Like like I just need you to do 30%. I can do the 70, right? And it didn't matter to me even if you didn't necessarily do the 30, because I could do that 32. But as I grow, I'm realizing that no, like I'm big on people keeping their word.
Mhm.
I'm huge on giving you outs. At multiple junctures, I will give you an out to
Yep.
allow you to back out if you need to.
Mhm.
But if you commit and you keep committing and you keep committing and then you don't follow through at the end, oh, I'm snapping
But c'est ça.
respectfully,
Yeah.
because I think it's just so disrespectful, right, to the project that we're trying to put together, to the process of communication, and
Mhm.
to all the times you had to say I'm out.
Do you think that's like a people pleasing thing?
I definitely think so. I think it's part of that. I also think it's people not knowing themselves, not taking stock of like their own capacity sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I think people are very quick to say yes, because
Mhm.
people generally want to do things, But I think that if you were to take stock of your capacity, you would understand. You would maybe come to the realization that maybe you don't have capacity for
Maybe you
this,
don't have it.
right? So,
Yeah, my sister said something to me the other day, or it was a couple weeks ago. She's
hmm
like, people, you can only meet people as far as they've met themselves.
oh, that's a bar.
That's a bar. And like when she said it to me, I'm like, holy shit.
Ooh.
Like, whoa, yeah.
Oh,
You can
is she a
only
therapist?
she's studying social work, so close enough. You know what I mean? So,
Close
but
enough.
she's always dropping these bars on me for real. My sister's very wise for her age. She's 5 years younger than me, but shout out to
Wow.
Tina. She's 5 years younger than me, but
Very wise bar.
very wise. She's like, you can only meet people as far as they've met themselves.
I'm gonna use that.
hmm
That's really good.
And it made me sound like, and then it made me think about like, actually, don't get mad at people if they don't understand or if whatever is they understand
Yeah.
what they understand,
Yeah.
and maybe
Yeah.
this will reach them in time
In
when
time.
it's meant to reach them. But
Exactly.
don't bust your ass, don't bust your head.
Exactly.
It's fine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a good answer.
Yeah.
It's a good answer. All
Shout
right.
out to
So
Tina.
last little game.
Yeah.
Propaganda.
Mm.
Propaganda we're not falling for. So this is how this is gonna go. Axel is stressed.
What time is it?
Oh, it's stressed.
I'm just
Oh,
joking.
no. So this is how this is gonna go. I'm gonna
Mhm.
pick. I've picked my propaganda already, and I have a list of propaganda for you, and you just have to pick one,
Okay.
and then tell me which one you're not falling for.
Okay.
Okay. So here's mine. Okay. The propaganda that your passion should be your paycheck.
Oh yeah.
You don't really need to turn every hobby into a business. Like I think we need to let people crochet in peace. Like it's okay. Like you don't have to
That's hilarious.
start crocheting for other people. Like I feel like the whole hustle culture and everything, like I understand we need to make money in
Yeah.
this economy. We need to we need to support ourselves, but I think it's taking the fun out of everything.
It definitely can. I fully agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. I'm not looking to make money out of my poetry. Like I think if I'm gonna write a book and I'm gonna put it out, and what it will do the actual récompense, or like the reward for me is not financial. It's more emotional. Who is it touching? What is
Yeah.
it doing for someone who might need it?
Who might need it,
So
right?
yeah, I agree with you 100% there.
Yeah. Okay, so I have your picks now. So they're actually really like they're not that serious to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay, for you.
But the first one is you have to suffer for your art.
Mm.
If you're not booked and busy, you're doing something wrong.
Mm.
Men in the creative industry can't breed real relationships because of ego.
Mm.
Or people who don't support you from the start aren't real.
Damn.
Hmm.
These are really good. um I feel like I'm not falling for any of those. I feel like
Mhm.
all of them are not really. I'll do the men one.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I think that I I'm trying to figure out what direction to take this, but basically
Mm-hmm.
I think um that may be true to some extent. I think that there are some people who might let their ego get in their way often, right? And maybe for a multitude of reasons, but ultimately it might stand in the way of creating real relationships. Going back to the leader thing, I think that even if you're not necessarily, looking to lead, I think one thing that if you're really serious about creating relationships is go read the books of the leaders of this like world, present, past, who have done this at a high level. I'm thinking of Barack Obama. I'm thinking of Martin Luther King. I'm thinking of even the Robert Smith. He's the wealthiest black man in America.
Mm.
Um,
I didn't even know that.
yeah, he like just go read on some of these people who have no choice but to build relationships, because ultimately, especially in the world of business, we're in the business of people, but if you take it as a business, it's a business. Some
Yeah.
people it's a hobby, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from this for the purposes of this conversation, I'm going to take it as a business. Um it's so important to put your ego to the side to be able to do these things. And I think I will say it's propaganda just because I see a lot of men who are really good at doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the men who there's some men who still struggle with their ego, but like I think more often than not, I'm seeing men be able to, at least men that I'm kind of surrounding myself with, being more vulnerable with each other, being more open to sharing, being more transparent with one another. Um, checking on their strong friends, right? Like just being able to have those conversations, and tap into those relationships to really make them matter. Um, I don't know if that answered your question, but like I felt like I did my part.
Yeah, you definitely did your big one. No, you answered that
Wait,
perfectly.
going back to the artists must suffer for their work.
You
Is that
must,
the?
you must, you have to suffer for your art.
I don't believe that, bro. I don't
Neither
believe that.
do I.
I don't believe
Please,
that. No, 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 no.
please.
I know some artists who are not suffering for their art and they're creating incredible work.
Incredible
And
art.
shout out to Maya Spoken, as
Oh,
we said earlier,
goodness, yes.
Rudy J, Ayana,
Mm-hmm.
who else? Who else? Amari, CJ, TT.
Yeah.
Like there's so many, Kuka, Francesca,
Oh my
Era.
gosh, so
Like there's
many.
so many who are like they don't come to their art from a place of necessarily suffering, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
and they're not practicing their art for suffering, from suffering. Is does the quote say that they have to make you have to make money? Is money
No,
part of it? It's just
no. It
suffering.
just
Oh,
says you
okay,
have
all
to
right,
suffer
cool.
for your art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you don't have to. No, no, that's
No,
BS.
that's also, yeah. I'm definitely not falling for that either.
No,
Yeah, that's propaganda we're not falling for. We're not falling for that.
that's a fact.
Yeah. All right. Well, that comes to the conclusion of our conversation. Axel, thank you
Mm.
so much for being real with me
This
today.
was dope. Thank you very much for having me. I
Thank you
don't
for
think
coming.
you understand that this kind of space is so necessary. Like it's so needed. I think that there's many of us who have a lot to share
Mm-hmm.
and who may not have the outlets or the platforms or the relationships to get to share these things that we
Yeah.
have on our chest. So this has also been a really nice healing exercise. I'm gonna go to therapy and talk about the anxiety of
Of
feeling
wasting,
rush,
of feeling
wasting
rush, of wasting
time.
time.
Yeah,
Yes,
we gonna
that
talk
was
about that
such
in
a good
therapy.
one. That was so good.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why did you start this podcast?
You know what's crazy? I was about to tell you why. Get out of my head. No, but yeah, like going back off of piggybacking off of what you said, like
Yeah.
I think it's very important for us to have these spaces as well. I started this podcast. I started Free Girl Media because after my mom passed away, that was really the
Mm.
catalyst of everything. Because my mom was going through a lot before she died, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll always say that if she was able to be honest and open with her family without shame about what she was going through, she'd still be here with us today. She'd still be here
Mm.
with us today. And after she died, like I prided myself on just being this open, honest individual. Like I don't like not
Whatever it
whatever
is,
it is. Like it may hurt some people's feelings sometimes. That's guaranteed. I'm sorry. Like that's
for sure.
guaranteed sometimes. You know what I mean? To ruffle a few feathers, but I believe in the power of transparency. I believe in the power of honesty. You never know who you could be helping by sharing your story. You could save somebody's life. Like I think the first time I opened up about like my mom passing away and all the ways that it affected me, like on Instagram and stuff like that, a girl DM'd me and was like, I don't know if you understand, like what you said saved my life. Like I just left my toxic ex because of what you said, and now I'm in a way better space. And when she said
Mm-hmm.
that to me, I'm like, me? I'm just talking, but that's the power in expression I find. And I think that's also why I became a journalist. I just want to tell the truth. I'm here to come on, guys.
And
Like,
that's the power of the human experience. And God rest your mom's soul.
amen. Thank
But
you. Yeah.
that's yeah, no, that's dope. Thank you very much for taking that idea and like making it a reality, because it
Amen.
could have also just stayed an idea,
It
but you
could
chose to
have.
do something about it,
Yeah, and mind you, like I've started and stopped this podcast multiple
and
times.
you're still here. Consistency.
That's what I'm saying. So thank you. Yeah, that's why I started the podcast. But thank you, Axel, for being real with me today. Thank you for coming on the set. Where can the people them find you?
Oh, at Share Your Piece, at 613 RMB, at Deeply Rooted Talks on Instagram. At Culture Ties is under construction, but Culture Ties with a K.
Mm.
If you go type Culture Ties and no E, so KULTUR Ties. If you go find it right now, it's probably like 4 followers, but we're building it out.
We're building. We're building.
Um,
That's all that matters.
yeah.
All
Thank you for
right.
having me.
Thank you
This was
for
so
coming.
dope.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. This was Real Talks with Ash. Until next time, it's been real.